Hey you there, in front of the screen. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Hey, listen. Since we meet here so totally randomly, let me ask you a question. Do you know that when you put loads of work and loads of love into your game, whatever you're playing, right? No matter what you're playing, doesn't have to be Minecraft. Whatever it is, you put hours and hours of work into it, and then just your computer crashes, right? And then you have something like this. Parts of your world gone. Completely gone. Or are they? Maybe they aren't even gone. Maybe they are just somewhere else. Maybe the game just didn't like the crash so much and put some parts of your world where they don't belong, swap them out with others. Wouldn't it be great if you now had some sort of device, some sort of tool, some really easy to handle, really easy to set up thing that would make you save your game? Wow, sorry for putting my sword right into your face there. That would help you save your game even before you actually do anything. I got the answer for you. Meet you at my desktop. Alright, we are at my desktop here. And I will explain this for those who are really neither familiar with programming, scripting, or batch at all. So for all of you who are familiar with it and who are capable of doing it, please just go to the video description, copy the content of the batch file there. You will be able to understand it yourself. You don't have to listen to all that, because I will really start from scratch explaining it for everyone so that anybody should be able to follow it. Alright, let's get started then. So as I said, we want to work with a little batch script here, which will help me every time before I actually start my launcher here. I'm using Magic Launcher for Minecraft, and it's working with almost any game basically. So I wanted something that could start me that, copy my save files before I do anything, and do that every time. And I did not want to install any additional software. I wanted to just use what Windows was offering me, and this is why I went with batch, because that just has everything I need. It's easy, it's simple. So in order to create a batch file, just right click on your desktop. This is all German because I'm in German here. So you go to new text file, and very important at that point is that you see the .txt, like the .text. If you don't see that, let me quickly close my recordings folder. Just open your Explorer, like the regular Windows Explorer. Go into the, in English it should be organizing tab up here. Go to folder and search options. I'm just translating that on the fly here, no guarantee that it's correct. Open the middle tab, which should be view. And in this thing here, you have the radio button, talking Windows 7 here. Please, you have to Google it, how to do it in other operation systems, other versions of Windows, but it should be similar. You have the radio button, no need to switch that. And then the third checkbox option, which should say something like hide known file types or something. No file endings. Just uncheck that, you know? And then you are able to see that this is not just called Neues Textdokument. I can't even do German. I'm so nervous. It's my first recording on my desktop. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. All right, then you can see the ending, right? And we go right click again, hit rename, and replace the txt with bat. Now, it'll warn me here. It'll say, hey, you're about to change the file type. This is bad, this is horrible. Are you really sure? Blah, 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 blah. I say, yes, I know what I'm doing. Then I right click that thing and go to edit, second option. And then I have an empty text editor. In that text editor, you now just copy and paste what is in my video description. Like there's a section where I say start copy here and everything. Just copy that, all right, into here, and then hit save. I will not do that. I already have the file here. This is how it should look once you copied stuff in. This here will look different for you. I already set that up so it works for me, and I will quickly explain that before we go to all that. We will start with the basics. What you need to do to get it working, and then those of you who got it working can just stop the video. The rest can, if you want to listen me till the end, where I explain what this script does in general, so you are not scared and think that I do horrible stuff to your PC. The echo off command is just so that it tells batch to, else it would tell you everything, every line of code you would see in the command window, and we don't want that. We just want it to work, right? So what you have to edit for you to get it working with almost any game, you need to know where your save game is. Like that is really important. And you of course need to know where the exit to your game is, like the executable file. But let's start with the beginning. First thing to set is the backup folder, and that is actually where the backup will be created. And when setting any of these three options here, make sure that the line always starts with the brace. Don't edit anything before the equals sign here, and make sure that it also finishes with a, did I say brace? These aren't braces. Quotation marks. It has to start and finish with the quotation marks. That's very important. The only thing you have to edit is this part here, behind the equal signs and stopping before the quotation marks. Alright? So for me, I set that to my hard drive H. There I want to have a folder called Backup Minecraft and a folder in there called First World, because I want to back up my Minecraft Let's Play every time before I start the world. And here I am in that folder, Backup Minecraft, First World, and I can even delete that because the script will take care of creating that folder for me if it's not there. First step, setting the backup folder, okay? Then we need the save folder, and that has to be a folder, not a file. The script is actually at the moment set up so that it will copy any subfolders and files within one set folder. And for me that is my Minecraft folder, saves, First World. If I were to remove that here, it would actually create a backup of all my save games in Minecraft. So in case you want that, this would pretty much almost be the path you need. Just need to replace that with your user account. You could maybe use, let's not go into too much detail here. We want to keep it basic, right? We said we will keep it really basic. So this is where my save game lies, that I want to copy, that I want to make my backup of. Just clicked save because it's a habit. I touched something, I need to save it now. And the last thing, the game exe or executable. Once again, start editing after the equal sign and stop before the quotation marks, and make sure that whatever you passed or write here, no quotation marks and that will mess up the thing. It won't work anymore. So what I want to start for the test is my Magic Launcher to run Minecraft, and that lays on my desktop. And make sure to have the executable extension on here. Last thing, you don't have to edit that. You can leave that at 5. This is how many backups there will be. And I want to have more than one, because what if I have one backup and I screw that up and screw my actual save data up as well? I know chances are slim, but you never know. I want to be super sure here. So I have a set 5. You can set 10, you can set 2. Yeah, I decided to go for 5. So for those of you who just want to see it working, we will quickly run it. Like I said, this is the folder we have. This is the Magic Launcher we want to start. Here is the batch file I have created. Once again, to show you, oh my god, to show you that you can't see anything with that setup. This is exactly the text we were looking at. Running that. You saw for a second the console of Windows. it started the magic launcher as I wanted, and it created the folder first world. In that folder we have backup 0 now, just as I wanted it, and in backup 0 is the first copy of my Let's Play world. Phew, my voice. It's really dry in here. Dang heating. So if we start it again, we get backup 1, backup 2, backup 3, and backup 4. And now why does it start counting with 0? That's just a programmer's thing. Even it's just a tiny script, I still, I'm trained like this, you know, it has to start with 0, else it's wrong. So what happens if we start it again now? What will it do? It will pick the oldest of the backup files and replace that. So check the time. Yeah, it's 52. So backup 0 will now change to 52. And it'll go through like that. Next, it'll change backup 1, backup 2, backup 3. So you can always see Änderungsdatum. It's a nice German word. I think that's last modified date in English. And there you can see what your most current, most recent backup is. So yeah, for all of you who just want to use it, please feel free to. Like I said, set your backup folder to where you want it. Just edit this part. Set your save game location, just this part. Set the executable path to your game like here. And if you want to, set the amount of save games here. Okay, so those of you who are still watching, you will have to bear with me, with the German guy trying to explain English terminology here and the very basics of computer programming. If you want to end the video now, I will not be mad at you, I can understand it. But those of you who are actually really interested in what is happening here, I want to explain that to you. If my voice lets me, what's going on? So first off, you have this line here after all those setup, and that is very clear, right? If not exists backup folder, which in my case is this here, then do this here, which is the batch version of make directory, mkdir. So if backup folder isn't there, create it. Simple, right? Makes sense so far. Then it checks if there are any subdirectories in the backup folder. Like I, in my case, have 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even though it only counts till 4. Sorry for the confusion there. And that is what it actually does. It counts them. This is what all this here is about. You don't really need to understand what that's doing. It just counts the number of subfolders. Then it checks if the amount of subfolders is less than our number defined here. We just go and create a new subfolder. Go to is a jump mark, and it'll jump down to here. So we will skip that part for now and focus on this here. Yeah, this line basically, it decreases that number by 1. In my case, sets it down to 4, and that is because I start counting at 0. This might be confusing for some of you. We now go from 0 to 4, which are 5 numbers, even if it may sound odd, but you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was so difficult, saying one thing and typing something else. Whew, I'm proud of myself. 5 numbers, 5 folders, and the last one will be 4. And it goes through each of these here in the folder first world. It checks for backup plus the current number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it checks if that thing is there. Basically checks if all of these are there. And if not, it sets new folder to exactly the path it could not find right there. Like for example, I would remove this one here and it can't find it. then this is my new backup folder. And why is that so? I hope I can explain that correctly now. Like, imagine you not copy that one. This is the one you want. This is could be our most current one. It's not at the moment, but let's imagine. And I do not copy it here. I move it here. Now it's gone, right? And what the algorithm would do, it would count 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 folders. That is less than 5, less than I want. So I go and assume folder 4 isn't there. So I will create the 4th folder, which is 3, because 0, 1, 2, 3. Sorry for the confusion. And from here on, the script would screw up. It would always replace backup folder number 3. And we would only have one backup. Oh, my voice. Stop it, voice. So with that adjustment, it will now create, let me just delete that. It'll now create backup folder 1 for us again, because it realizes that one is missing. All right, I really hope I explained it so you could follow me. And then it jumps out of here down to create new backup, which is nothing more than an output that I set for testing, like that could be even improved a bit. So you don't really have to pay attention to that. From here on, yeah, it'll say that. It'll say, I'm creating a new backup folder. My folder is this and that. Another check, which in our scenario right now does not make sense. It checks if the backup folder exists, which we know it doesn't because we checked that up here. But you will see in a minute why we do that. If it exists, we remove it. And yeah, these are just some properties for the remove command. And then we copy from our save folder to our new folder. Once again, just some properties. Don't ask if it exists, override it, which might once again seem unnecessary here. And it actually is. It actually is. Oh well. Yeah, you don't really need to worry about these. And the final part, start the game. Okay, what we skipped now was that here. Can you still follow me? What we did just now? We created the backup folder. We found that there were less backups than we want, so we created a new one. Skipping down here. We found that one of the backup folders was missing, right? I deleted number 1. So we recreated this one. Okay. So what now if we have already 5? Like in this scenario right now, we would not go to create new backup folder because this here count is not less than max backups. So we would once again go into a for loop, look at each directory in our backup folder, and with this thingy here, tell it to get us the oldest one. The oldest one will be set to that little a, and we add that little a to backup folder. I'm making that really confusing for you, right? Like H, backup Minecraft, first world. We find that backup 2 is our oldest. So this script says H, backup Minecraft, first world / backup 2. And that'll get pushed into here. It'll say, hey, I'm about to overwrite your folder. Go to create backup. Checks if the folder exists, and now that makes sense because it does exist in this case. Removes the folder, then copies our files. Phew! Oh my god, I bet I confused quite a lot of people with all of this. I'm really sorry. I tried my best. This is my first on-screen video like that. I hope I'm better in my Let's Plays. I really hope. Okay, once again, if you want to use it, feel free to. I find it really handy because I don't have to install any additional software. And what you can even do, if you're bothered with that, that's ugly, you can go to Properties, go to D. Where do you go? Where is it gone? You can't. Oh, of course. Sorry, messing things up. You can't change that, but if you right click, hold it, drag it, create shortcut here, then we are now able to edit the icon of the shortcut. And I'm not sure if that makes sense if I do that in German, but right click properties of the icon. I hope you can still follow me. You have change symbol. Yeah. I say search. Oh, look at that. I have Minecraft right here. Oh, can't use Minecraft. Then use the magic launcher. Right, and there I have the Minecraft icon. Why I couldn't use Minecraft there was because I selected the shortcut to Minecraft, not Minecraft itself. Hitting apply, hitting OK, renaming that to start. And now it creates my backup and starts my Minecraft. So yeah, I know I screwed it up in a bunch of ways. I hope you could still follow me. Alright, I think I will end it here before I confuse more people. This was Virus for you, and I hope you liked it.